Welcome to IELTS.net podcast. How to ace the IELTS speaking test, describing a place important to your national identity. The IELTS speaking test often includes questions about places of national significance. Being prepared to discuss a place that is important to your country's identity can help you perform well in all parts of the speaking exam. This article will guide you through how to approach this topic effectively with sample answers and key vocabulary to boost your performance. Understanding the task. Before we dive into sample answers, it's crucial to understand what the examiner is looking for when asking about a place important to your national identity. They want to assess your ability to describe a location in detail, explain its cultural or historical significance, express personal opinions and feelings, use a range of vocabulary related to places and national identity. This topic could appear in any part of the speaking test, so let's explore how to handle it in each section. Part 1. Introduction and Interview. In Part 1, you might be asked simple questions about places in your country. Here are some potential questions. Are there any famous landmarks in your country? What place in your country do you think best represents its culture? Do you have a favorite historical site in your country? Let's look at a sample answer for the second question. Sample answer band 7-8. I believe the Great Wall of China best represents our culture. It's not just a physical structure, but a symbol of our nation's resilience and ingenuity. The wall stretches across several provinces and has stood for centuries, reflecting our long history and the determination of our ancestors to protect our land. Key phrases: symbol of our nation's resilience, reflects our long history, determination of our ancestors. Part 2. Long-term cue card. Here's a sample cue card related to this topic. Describe a place in your country that is important to your national identity. You should say where it is, what it looks like, why it is important to your country's identity, and explain how you feel about this place. Sample answer band 9. I'd like to talk about the Forbidden City in Beijing, which is undoubtedly one of the most significant places in China's national identity. The Forbidden City is located in the heart of Beijing, our capital. It's an enormous palace complex that served as the home of Chinese emperors for nearly 500 years. The complex is characterized by its distinctive traditional Chinese architecture, with red walls, yellow roof tiles, and intricate decorations. It's surrounded by a moat and high walls, giving it a sense of mystery and grandeur. This place is crucial to our national identity for several reasons. Firstly, it symbolizes the long history and rich culture of China, showcasing the pinnacle of Chinese feudal society. The palace's design and construction demonstrate the exceptional skills of ancient Chinese craftsmen and the advanced level of our civilization. Moreover, it houses numerous priceless artifacts that represent different periods of Chinese history, making it a treasure trove of our cultural heritage. Personally, I feel a deep sense of pride and awe when I visit the Forbidden City. It's awe-inspiring to walk through the same halls where emperors once ruled and to see the exquisite artistry in every detail. At the same time, it reminds me of the progress we've made as a nation, transitioning from an imperial system to a modern society. The Forbidden City serves as a bridge between our past and present, helping us to appreciate our roots while looking towards the future. Key phrases: enormous palace complex, distinctive traditional Chinese architecture, symbolizes the long history and rich culture, pinnacle of Chinese feudal society, exceptional skills of ancient Chinese craftsmen, treasure trove of our cultural heritage, deep sense of pride and awe, bridge between our past and present. Follow-up questions. How has this place changed over time? Do you think young people in your country appreciate this place as much as older generations? Sample answer, band 7-8. The Forbidden City has undergone significant restoration efforts over the years to preserve its original beauty. While its core structure remains the same, modern technology has been incorporated to enhance visitor experience and protect the artifacts. As for young people's appreciation, I believe there's growing interest, especially with social media showcasing its beauty. However, older generations might have a deeper emotional connection due to their stronger ties to traditional culture. Part 3. Two-way discussion. In Part 3, the examiner might ask more abstract questions related to the topic. Here are some examples. How do historical places contribute to a country's identity? Should governments invest in preserving historical sites or focus on building modern infrastructure? In what ways can tourism impact places of national importance? Sample answer, Band 8-9, for question 1. Historical places play a crucial role in shaping a country's identity for several reasons. Firstly, they serve as tangible links to the past, allowing people to connect with their heritage in a physical way. This connection fosters a sense of continuity and helps individuals understand their place in the long arc of history. Moreover, these sites often embody the values, achievements, and struggles of previous generations. For instance, ancient temples might reflect a nation's spiritual traditions, while old battlefields can represent the sacrifices made for freedom or independence. By preserving and honoring these places, a country acknowledges the foundations upon which its current identity is built. Historical places also contribute to national pride. They showcase the unique aspects of a country's culture, architecture, and technological advancements of the past. This distinctiveness helps to differentiate one nation from another in an increasingly globalized world. Furthermore, these sites often become focal points for cultural education and tourism. They provide opportunities for both citizens and visitors to learn about the country's history, thereby reinforcing and spreading awareness of the nation's identity both domestically and internationally. However, it's important to note that the relationship between historical places and national identity is not static. As societies evolve, the interpretation and significance of these sites can change, reflecting shifts in national values and understanding. This dynamic nature allows for a continual re-examination and refinement of national identity through the lens of historical places. Key phrases: crucial role in shaping a country's identity, tangible links to the past, connect with their heritage, fosters a sense of continuity, embody the values, achievements, and struggles, acknowledges the foundations, contribute to national pride, differentiate one nation from another, focal points for cultural education and tourism, continual re-examination and refinement of national identity. Key vocabulary and phrases. To score high in the IELTS speaking test when discussing places important to national identity, use these words and phrases. Cultural heritage, noun, traditions and artifacts passed down through generations. Example: the Great Wall is an integral part of China's cultural heritage. National treasure, noun, a highly valued asset to a nation. Example: the Taj Mahal is considered a national treasure of India. Iconic landmark, noun phrase, a famous or important building or monument. Example: the Eiffel Tower is an iconic landmark of Paris. To embody verb, to represent an idea or quality. Example: this ancient temple embodies the spiritual values of our ancestors. Cultural significance, noun phrase, importance in terms of culture. Example: the cultural significance of Stonehenge attracts millions of visitors each year. To preserve, verb, to maintain something in its original state. Example: it's crucial to preserve historical sites for future generations. National pride, noun phrase, a sense of honor in one's country. Example: visiting this monument fills me with national pride. Rich history, noun phrase, an abundance of historical events or significance. Example: the city's rich history is evident in its ancient architecture. To symbolize verb, to represent or stand for something. Example: this palace symbolizes the power and wealth of our former monarchy. Cultural identity, noun phrase, the identity of a group or culture. Example: our traditional dances are an important part of our cultural identity. Tips from an IELTS examiner. As an experienced IELTS examiner, here are my top tips for excelling in this topic. Prepare diverse examples. Have at least 2 to 3 different places in mind that you can discuss in detail. Practice describing visually. Work on your ability to paint a vivid picture with words. Connect personally. Always include how the place makes you feel or why it's important to you. Use idiomatic language. Incorporate phrases like a sight to behold or steeped in history naturally. Be prepared for abstract questions. In Part 3, practice discussing broader themes related to national identity and historical preservation. Expand your vocabulary. Learn and use topic-specific words related to architecture, history, and culture. Structure your answers. Use discourse markers to organize your thoughts clearly. especially in the longer Part 2 answer. Remember, the key to success is not just knowing about the place, but being able to discuss it fluently and engagingly. Regular practice with a variety of questions will help you feel more confident on test day. For more practice on describing places, you might find it helpful to review how to describe a place that has changed significantly over the years, or describe a famous place that you have visited. These related topics can help broaden your vocabulary and improve your ability to discuss various aspects of places in detail. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this episode and found it helpful, make sure to follow our channel so you don't miss out on more valuable content coming your way. We've got a lot of exciting topics lined up, and we'd love for you to be part of the journey. Hit that follow button and stay connected with us for more insights and inspiration. See you in the next episode.